everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm making pumpkin pound cake. So I've got my oven on at 180 degrees and I have my loaf tin. So it's a 9x5 inch loaf tin that has been lined with cooking spray and then with some greaseproof paper. Sorry, baking paper. So we are going to get started with the cake portion, and then I'll bring you back to do the glaze once the cake is cooked. Okay, so in a large bowl you're going to add 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and then we have 2 teaspoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1/4 teaspoon of cloves. And I'm just going to add that all in there, and we're just going to give them a nice mix. So when you whisk it, it's like sifting it. That's why I'm not sifting this flour, I'm just giving it a really good whisk. Now that I'm done, I'm going to set this aside for later. So in here I've added 2/3 of a cup of softened butter. Mine is a little bit more softened than I like it, but we're just going to go with it. And then I'm going to add 1 cup of white granulated sugar and 3/4 of a cup of packed brown sugar. The next step is to get this all nice and creamed, and once we do that we can go on with the next step. Okay, our mixture is nice and light and creamy now, so I'm going to go on and start adding the eggs. So we're going to add 1 egg at a time for a total of 3 eggs. And you just want to whisk it in until it's well combined. I'm just going to scrape down my bowl quickly to make sure that everything's incorporated well, and then we're going to add our pumpkin. So here I've got 1 1/3 cups of pumpkin. Now, because I can't get pumpkin in a can over here, I have used pumpkin that I have just steamed and removed all of the water from and then pureed. But if you have canned pumpkin, you would add that here. If your mixture starts to look like it's starting to split, that's completely fine. We're just going to add some flour. Once we add the flour, that'll fix it. So there's nothing to worry about at this stage. So I'm going to add about half my flour, and I'm going to gently fold in the flour. And there's that last half of the flour, and we'll just fold that one in as well. And I'm just going to be gentle and fold gently to get that flour in. I don't want to remove any of the air that we've been working on and incorporate it into the mixture. So just keep mixing until you can see no more flour. Right, you don't want to overmix, but you want to make sure that all the flour has been incorporated. So I'm going to stop there, and now what we're going to do is we're going to add it to our greased and lined pan. Okay, here's my greased and lined pan. I'm going to add my batter in it. So I'm just going to bounce out my cake mix to make sure that it's even, and then it's going to go into a 180-degree oven that's been preheated for about 55 minutes to an hour. We're going to test it after that time to make sure that when you pierce it with a skewer, it comes out clean. See you back here in about 55 minutes to an hour for a fully cooked cake. So this is what the finished pound cake looks like. It smells absolutely delicious in here. Tomorrow morning when I get up, I'm going to make a glaze and pour it over the top. The cake has to be cold for that. I've just pulled it out of the oven. So when I do that, I will bring you back and show you what I do. We're going to cover it with a nice glaze and then put some pumpkin seeds on top. So I'll bring you back when we do that, but for now, we're going to let this cool down. So we're back the next day. Here is our beautiful pumpkin pound cake, and now I'm going to make the glaze. So what I've got here is 1.5 cups of icing sugar. Sorry, I should start with what actually makes a glaze. I've got about 4.5 teaspoons of water, and then to decorate I have some pumpkin seeds. So I'm going to start off by adding the water to our icing sugar. This is a very basic glaze, and I don't want to add it all at once because I want to make somewhat of a thick glaze. Although it looks like we're going to be adding all of it anyway. Alright, I'm going to need to go and get some more water because this is just a little too thick. Leveling glaze, so I'm going to probably leave it at this consistency so that I can get it nice and thick all over the top of our cake, and then I'm just going to spread it out with a spatula. Okay, here's our cake. And now I'm just going to add the pumpkin seeds. And there we go, our pumpkin pound cake is ready for me to take to the office for our Halloween party today. I hope you like this recipe. If you make it, please let me know how you went. If you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, we'd love to have you, and I'll see you next time. Bye!